I like the work. I like showing up. I like doing it. Like, here's your lines, do this, and play it however you want to play it.
You like craft services. You like.
I don't mind that at all.
That's pretty nice.
I don't mind that at all.
I'm not a promoter, but I'm in the opposite in that way because I'm like, where's the green? I'm gonna see where this thing is, and we can see we got some snacks in this bitch because we need something to cheer us up before we go on stage.
For you, let me ask you a question. Do you like seeing the audience before you go up, or do you like just coming up to it, just popping out there? You ain't see nobody yet.
No, I want to see the crowd because I want to see that dude with the cowboy hat like picks his nose and what he does with it, and so I got a little ammo. Right. In case I got, if that dude later on starts messing with me, I'm like, look,
you've been doing this
booger picker, you shouldn't be hungry, right, you've been eating them.
You should just be ordering drinks.
Put the nachos down because you should be full of boogers, right? No, but I like to see it, and I think it gives me more energy. Like if I start to see them in the crowd, the noise, the ambient talking, that noise gets a little louder.
What if you're going first?
I'm usually going first, is what it says. The hardest job I think there is hosting.
Oh, fuck yeah. No.
Feature, give it to me every day.
Feature is
that's the honey hole right there.
That is the best part because you're the second highest paid out of everybody there. You have the least expectancy. You have the least expectancy. It's just I'm opening for the guy that you guys came to see.
Exactly.
And it's just like, hey,
and I'm slightly better than the guy you just saw.
Hopefully.
Oh, you can nosedive hard on that one.
To where the host got to bring it back up before he brings up the headliner.
That it was bad when the host goes, okay, give it up once again for Shiny here. And it's you.
Did it hurt? Did it hurt clapping? I know it did.
Yeah, we're all going to need therapy now. Is Netflix killing live comedy? And the internet? Are those things like...
I would say live streaming and things like that is definitely hurting any type of live shows. Not just comedy. I mean, that hurts artists that are concerts and musicians and stuff like that because do I have to go see Garth Brooks at the stadium? Well, I do if I want to see him live, but not if I just want to hear him sing a song. I can just watch that on YouTube. I can stay at home and put that on. Especially now with my PlayStation, I have virtual reality. So they actually have different events that you can go to using virtual reality where you're actually you feel like you're really at the concert. Like you can turn around left and right and you can see people standing behind you, standing on the side of you.
Do they still have the girl on the shoulders with the titties?
All of them. It's like all it is just somebody holding a 360 camera in the middle of a concert.
Yeah.
And wherever that camera can see, so can you as a person in the camera. So you'll have the chick over here on this side with no shirt on. You'll look over here and you got the kid trying to hide the vape, the marijuana vape from his dad. And then back over here, you got the cameraman who he ain't recording shit. He's kind of just floating around waiting for his cue. But
you're going to a virtual reality concert as Sean Peabody. Who are you seeing?
Virtual reality concert.
Well, I mean, that means it could be past and present, right? If it's virtual reality, you could make it any show you wanted.
Any show.
Who is Sean's go-to band or singer or sing-esque?
That is so hard. That is so hard. Because I just went to see Bob Seger with my daughter, which is crazy because my 16-year-old daughter, she does not like today's music. She listens to records. It's all she listens to. She doesn't have CDs. She doesn't like CDs. She likes records. She loves classic rock. So I was just at a Bob Seger concert, and to watch my 16-year-old sing Turn the Page, word for word, I mean, that was like the most incredible. So, I mean,
Did he sing Night Moves?
Yes, he did.
So there was a comedian back in the day. He said, I can't remember who it was, and he's like, man, Bob Seger, he's so old. You see him on stage, Night Moves. Night Moves means a whole different thing for him now. Well,
not if he's doing it with the same age woman. You know what I'm saying? Then it still means
no, he's talking about like running to the bathroom and his bladder kid on. Night moves. Woke last night to the sound of thunder. Yeah. But is that your go-to?
No.
I'll give you three.
Okay.
That's fair. Because sometimes you like a band, and sometimes you like a certain singer or whatever.
If you want it anytime,
right? Anytime,
but it's virtual reality.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm sitting in one of the old school. What do they call them? juke joints.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, watching Robert Johnson play.
Oh.
After he came back, after he was gone.
The Crossroads.
After that.
When he left, he couldn't play the guitar with a dam. And then he comes back and he's showing guys how to do certain things with guitar.
Comes back with a 7-string.
Yep.
Not a 6.
At least he didn't come back with 7 fingers. That would have freaked everybody out.
I would love to just be like a fly on the wall in the juke joint. Just
I don't want to be in the juke joint because them guys carry knives and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if I could be in the juke joint, I would love. I'd like to see that. I
was born in Forest City, Arkansas. Was 60-something miles from Memphis. I used to go to Bill Street just for fun, just because there's something about blues, the Delta blues. It's just so raw that it gets me. I can't not listen to it if it's on.
I'd like to be at Live Aid. Now, I remember the original in 1985. I was 10 years old. And I remember watching that at my auntie's house.
With Sting on it and
with Queen, with all of them, with everybody on there. My aunt had it like she had it broadcasting that everybody was at her house and everybody was barbecuing.
That was for food. Huh? Worldwide food or starving?
Yeah, to feed the starving, the Live Aid.
Did it work?
No, I mean, they're still hungry.
30-something years later, did Live Aid kill? Because they also had comic relief too. Remember that came about the same time.
Yeah, it was Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg,
and Robin Williams. Yeah.
And like I would love to be there live though. I'd like to see the performances live.
There's somebody you wanted to see at that Live Aid though. Who'd you want to really see though?
Queen.
Oh.
I was a Queen fan.
Yeah.
I was a huge Queen fan.
Well, Bohemian Rhapsody is just the weirdest song because to me, sometimes when I listen, I'm like, this might be one of the greatest songs ever because you go full rock, then you go to some opera, and then harmony kind of in a barbershop kind of way, and then down to a ballad. It's like changes 4 or 5 times the style. It's like a rapper doing 4 kinds of rapping styles in one song to me.
But then you had everybody else that was out there too. That same event too. I mean, you still had like Elton John's and you still had Tina Turner's and you still had iconic.
Is Tina Turner a dude?
No, Tina Turner's a chick.
I don't know, man.
No, I know. Okay,
Sean done that.
I'll tell you right now.
Sean tapped it.
And this was the reason. Was like in my growing up in my lifetime, like there wasn't a lot of like growing. Me as a mama's boy, and not as just I had my father. My father was in my life. He wasn't out of my life or nothing like that. Like I had my mother and my father growing up, like always. But I was more of a mama's boy. So my mom tried to hold on to a lot of strong, iconic women. Because there wasn't a lot like where she could, she was like, I like this person, she's strong. But I like Tina Turner. Tina Turner was like my mama's like backbone strong.
Yeah, you can punch Tina in the face and she'd come back.
With a roundhouse kick. Like
I'd find out.
And that was another thing about Tina was like nobody had those legs. Like nobody.
That's what my question is.
Nobody has nobody.
Except a linebacker.
She still is.
I'm a tiny dancer.
I think she lives in Sweden now or someplace or something like that, or Denmark or somewhere out there. She lives there now, Switzerland or something. I just seen her on something where they were interviewing her. They were at her home in like Norway out there somewhere.
She had a lot of energy. When she sings, Mississippi keep on burning. Proud Mary, yeah. She sings that, but she puts her soul into it though. I don't know if he's like looking at her like, I'm gonna whoop you if you don't. But
eat the cake.
What Jim Carrey say? Just like Tina and Ike is, hit me again, Ike, and put some steak on it.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's coming back into the movies.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I used to be so. I mean, I've been my whole life. I've been a huge movie guy. I've seen everything. Some movies I've seen over 7. The movie that I've seen the most out of all of them.
Who directs it?
I don't know.
I'm a movie buff. I love movies. Mama had 2 VCRs.
Yeah.
So we would rent.
Mama didn't love me, so I just would watch TV all day and go outside and play.
I would do that. I'd probably be outside more watching.
I played basketball a lot, but when I wasn't, and I got the mind that memorizes all the lines, all the stories, and I can tell you, that's like, they ain't writing nothing. I heard this.
Which movie is it? How many times have you seen it?
I can't be exact, but it's over 825 times.
Holy crap. I thought mine was a lot. Because the one I've seen the most, I've seen it 178 times. Still counting.
Oh, I've seen like 30 movies that much.
Okay.
Yeah,
you've seen this movie 800 times?
Over 830 times. And I'll tell you, I was 18 years old. I just graduated high school in Linden, Washington. I lived in Arkansas. Everything, I was a projectionist at the theater. I got all the movies before anybody and spliced them and watched them and living a dream life. I'm going to tell you this first. She moves me to Linden, Washington my senior year. So I ain't happy. But she kicked me out of the house when I joined the basketball team. Mm-hmm. I'm homeless in high school in Linden, Washington. Don't know nobody. And I just made things work. And I got an apartment. I was the first kid to get an apartment when we graduated. And I ain't proud of it, but I went to the store, Albertsons in Bellingham, and took 3 movies. VHSs. I just grabbed 3. I didn't give a fuck.
That's pretty thick to be in your pocket. Like 3 VHS movies isn't something thin. That's like
I don't have a big bulge, and I'm tall. That's like trying to hide
3 Bibles.
I'm tall, but I don't have a huge bulge, so I just buy it off like that. Look at me, I'm packing, bitches. So I grabbed 3 VHSs just real quick, put in a coat, and go.
Right.
And I got that big-ass TV that sits on the floor, and when you push it off, it hits that little white circle in the middle.
Yeah.
I had a VCR, big clunky thing. I had a Bob Marley poster, and somebody else. It was kind of just to put it all together with Goodwill. But I was 18. It was mine. Jetsons was one of my movies. And that's still the Jetsons movie. Yeah, I didn't. I thought
you stole the Jetsons movie?
No, I grabbed 3. I didn't know it was in there. I was hoping I didn't get 3 of the same thing. So I ended up, the first movie was the Jetsons movie.
Got you.
The second one, and I've seen this movie, and I don't even like these kind of movies, was The Lost Boys.
Good movie.
I've seen it over 100 times. It's got Corey Feldman, Corey Haim.
Yep.
But, I've seen it that many times, but I didn't even like it. But when you've got 3 movies, 18, living in the country by yourself, you're going to be watching. There ain't no cable.
Yeah,
this is 1990.
Okay, so you got the Jetsons
and the Lost Boys. We don't have computers, really. And Vanilla Ice is on my TV doing some dance. And I'm like, I've heard this song before.
Go Ninja.
No, it was...
Cool as Ice?
Yeah. When I first saw it, it was like 4 in the morning, Bellingham. I'm like this, and just through this scratchy stuff, and watching this white boy spin around with this weird ass ramp hair. I'm like, what's this joke? And I'm like, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, I don't heard this song. And I start thinking, I'm like, man, that's Queen, David Bowie, Under Pressure. And all of a sudden he's like, no, I'm different. So.
Yeah, did you see that interview when he says that?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, here's goes dun 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 dun. Yeah, the mind goes dun 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 dun. Like, no, dude, it's the same shit.
You know what? I made a movie. It's called The Godfather. At the end of it, it's really different. It's exactly the same.
So it was. So you had Jetsons, you had Lost Boys, and you had Cool.
And the one that I've watched more than anything because I watched it twice a day for 1 year. So when that year I'd seen it over 700 something times.
Fuck.
Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Did you do it different ways?
I did it every way you could think of.
Like somebody said, if you
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It goes.
It does?
Yeah.
That really works.
Especially if you smoke a lot of weed, then you'll convince yourself it is. But, I've never done it sober, but I'm thinking if I watched it, I'd be like sober, because I got it at home too.
Yeah.
My girlfriend still ain't seen it. She said, you know what I got? I go, what? She goes, I found my brother-in-law had a DVD of a Blu-ray to Pick the Wall. I'm like, hey, get the hell out of here. I put it in there, and she fell asleep like within 4 minutes. I watched that thing twice that night. Hello. Is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me.
Fine. What about Mitch Hedberg? Price is good when you want 2,000 or something. I like what he said. He goes, I like escalators. Yeah. Escalators can never break. They only become stairs.
And he would just pause there with this little smirk on his face, like, I don't care if you think it's funny. I think it's funny.
I like that. I like it when he just throws like that one he threw out. He's like, yeah, I seen this thing on television to help you water your hard-to-reach plants. I thought this was very cruel. Why would you make your plants hard to reach?